Joining me right now is Colten Mertens here at the WFP 2025 inaugural Tour 1 event. Man, all I got to say is it's been awesome to watch you, man. You're going out there, you're killing it, and it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, man, it's been a fun weekend. It was kind of nice to come into kind of a low pressure environment where there's not a lot of like competitive things on the line, egos on the line, but you got to kind of put that away and just the goal was to come out here and use it to learn and get a better game plan going forward with the rest of the season.
Yeah, if I had to bet a crazy amount of money on a challenger who I thought was going to get a pro card, I'm not trying to put any pressure on you, but it's like, dude, Colten's out there killing it, man. So I'm watching you and I'm like, dude, this guy is amazing. Like your strength is just like unreal, dude. Unreal.
Thanks, man. Yeah, yeah, I put a lot of pressure on myself to make sure I got a pro card because I've been talking a little bit of shit, or maybe a lot of shit. But I mean, it's been fun, and glad I got to finally come out here and compete against some of these guys.
Yeah, for sure, man. All right, talk to me a little bit about the farm. I'm curious to know what is the most unconventional thing on the farm you've used to help exercise.
Man, I don't know. If I can use a lot of it to help me exercise. Usually just makes me tired before training. But I remember like a couple of years ago, we were spraying a lot of crops at the field for pesticides, herbicides, things like that. And my job was kind of the boring one. I would fill up the water tank and things like that once they'd come back from the field. So there'd be some downtime between that where I just kind of sit at the shop and wait for them. So I brought a wall ball with me. I did wall balls while I was waiting for them throughout the day.
Wall balls for fun?
Yeah, well, I was really bad at wall balls back then, so I got to find something.
Very cool. Do you mind sharing a little bit about your battle with MOG?
Yeah, I was so I've got a autoimmune disease, MOG antibody disease, and the first kind of flare-up I had was when I was in like 6th grade. So I was in the hospital for like a week, and at that time, like MOG wasn't diagnosed yet, so they didn't really know what was wrong with me or what caused it, and had another bad flare-up. When was it? Last 2 years ago, maybe, like January, right before Waterpalooza. And so basically, it's my immune system starts attacking like my eyes, brain, and spine. So I initially was having symptoms of just like really bad headaches and eye pain. And I was kind of like, all right, well, I really want to go compete at Waterpalooza because I was feeling pretty fit at the time. And I kept on, like, every night I would go to bed, I'm like, okay, tomorrow I'll probably get a little better. And every day it's a little bit worse. And this goes on for like a couple of weeks until I get to the point where I was blind in my right eye. And when I woke up one morning and had limited vision in my left eye and just had like a crippling like headache and eye pain and like having trouble speaking. So my brother drove me to an eye doctor, and then they told me I need to go to the ER. And so I was there until, that was in the morning when I went there, and I was there until like 2 in the morning until I finally got seen by a doctor, a neurologist, and they figured out pretty quickly what it was, and then started me on treatment and gained most of my vision back. And like at that point, I kind of thought, like, for sure my season's done, but maybe my career. And it took several months before I got I feel like I was back at full strength. But now, yeah, I feel better than ever now.
So how do you now manage any symptoms, or are there any flare-ups that come about, or do you just know how to deal with it, or do you just not have any flare-ups?
Yeah, I haven't had any major flare-ups since then. Occasionally I'll get flare-ups where like one of the signs is my pupil will start to swell in my right eye. Okay. And it's just like some inflammation of my optic nerve as well. So things like that. And but usually if I can try and just like take it easy for the rest of the day and kind of let the inflammation go away, then typically it'll handle itself. But there's not anything where you like concretely know like what triggers it, but it seems to be things like if I overwork my eyes, like if I'm driving for a long time,
okay,
I can kind of do it, or just like lots of stress, things like that.
Okay, wow, that's really fascinating. It's interesting and cool to hear that you had this a couple years ago, and you're like a peak athlete, right? And this is something that can essentially cripple somebody. You could lose your eyesight and and just give up essentially. But you fought it, and now here you are, one of the top athletes in the world, man. It's really cool to hear. I got a fun question for you. If you were biased and you were programming the final event in a competition, and it was like, I want to win this thing, what does that workout look like?
Friendly friend.
That's it. You know you're taking the podium on that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, talk to me a little bit about your fascination for dash hounds, and when did that start, and what is the ultimate goal with that?
Yeah, so I didn't grow up. I grew up with we had a lot of dogs, especially like at the farm and things like that. And we always had big dogs. And then I don't know, sometime in high school, I think I started seeing like videos of Dachshunds on Instagram or whatever. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Those are like, they got long torsos and short arms like me. Like, I need to get one of them.
Okay.
And in 2022, on the way back from the games, I stopped in Indiana and bought my first puppy, Otis. And now we've got 6. So we have a couple litters each year. Like mainly the pets, they live inside with us and they sleep on the couch every night. But we have a couple litters each year to just like give people an option to buy a puppy that's raised in a home and not a puppy mill.
Okay.
And we have like a no shelter policy. So like if somebody buys a dog from us, and then at any point in that dog's life, if the owner can no longer care for it, we'll take it back just to make sure they don't end up in a shelter. And so that's part of it, but also I just like having Dachshunds around. They're a lot of fun. We got 6 of them right now.
Wow. Do you want to increase that number?
I think 6 is a good number.
Okay.
But yeah, for now. I need to get a bigger couch before I get any more.
So they're all on the couch with you?
Yeah.
I bet they're all waiting for you to get home right now, huh?
Yeah.
All right, Cole. I really appreciate it, man. It was an honor. It's been a pleasure watching you compete. Good luck the rest of the way and the rest of the season, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Good talking to you.